llore más, a que no piense en mí. Si yo te había olvidado, por fin había logrado no pensar en ti. Si todo fue blasfemia, tú nunca me quisiste, porque mientes así. Si no es posible que me engañes más, no implores más.
Well, good morning if it's morning, good evening if it's evening, and good night if it's night. And as always, you are listening to It is 12 O'Clock Somewhere with Candelo Kimbisa. I am so happy to have you all here today. Well, guys, I am, as always, taken aback by the things that are going on, that continue to go on. On social media, I find myself deleting and blocking people every day because of their, not so much as their political leanings, but as for who they choose to follow and the hate that they seem to spew out each and every day. As we know, there is a plethora of people who call themselves spiritual workers and Trump supporters. I myself do not support any party as of now, and don't care to. But as I see each and every day people who call themselves hoodoo, conjure, ATR followers, DTR followers, spew out homophobic, xenophobic views and racist views daily, I say to myself, do these people really need to be following our spiritual traditions? And I say no. So I choose to block and delete and sometimes expose. I ran up on a post that pretty much got me in my feelings yesterday. That one of my friends posted, and my co-host from Candelo's Corner. I'm going to read the post to you, and then you see why is it that I get upset with some of these people. Now let me see if I can find the post, because of course I wasn't ready for this, but I wanted to talk a little bit about it. Where is it? Well, it was definitely a Trump supporter that decided that to talk about Mexicans and immigrants as rapers and things of that stuff. You know, rapers. Oh, here it is. Okay. This is the person's post. Now, why would I want that? So all these recent all-time high economic growth can go back to collapse? Or maybe we can allow more illegal, violent fucks into take over and rape our daughters. Maybe a war with Russia or North Korea. Oh, how about the lowest black employment rate in many years? Since he's made it so we can't go back on our words. We can bank on our words. This is what this person posted. Mind you, this is supposed to be a spiritual person, a worker of a sorts. Tell me, how does a spiritual worker call immigrants violent, rapist fucks, and still call themselves taking on clients, helping out people spiritually, and doing these things? Please explain to me, because I don't get it. When I look and when I hear these things, I say to myself, every spirituality that is practiced in the United States of America, in most parts of the world, are either borrowed, appropriated, stolen, and taken pure advantage of. Tell me one spirituality that was born and bred here. You can't name one. Whether it be Palo, Hoodoo, whether it be Palo, Hoodoo, Santeria, fucking not even Astral was born here. Okay, so every time I hear one of these people that have taken, borrowed, appropriated, stolen, and made money off of someone's spirituality and then spew some homophobic, misogynistic, xenophobic things, I say to myself, who the fuck do you think you are? Why are you even part of this community? Why do people accept these people into their communities? Why do people teach these people things in our communities? Mind you, I know that a lot of them have not been accepted into any tradition, not even their own. What I see now is that also, even the thought of ancestral worship has been stolen, appropriated, and made do whatever the people want to. So I ask again, do these people have a place in our communities? I'll be right back.
Negro, que me dé la mano, tiene que ser negro fino. Blanco, que me dé la mano, tiene que ser mayombero como yo.
Negro, que me dé la mano.
Que me dé la mano.
Tiene que ser negro fino.
Negro fino.
Blanco, que me dé la mano.
que me dé la mano, tiene que ser mayombero como yo.
Negro que me dé la mano,
Que me dé la mano,
tiene que ser negro fino.
negro fino.
Blanco que me dé la mano,
Que me dé la mano,
tiene que ser mayumbero como yo.
negro que me dé la mano, tiene que ser gallo fino. Blanco que me dé la mano, tiene que ser gangulero como yo.
Negro que me dé la
Que me dé la
mano,
mano,
tiene que ser negro fino.
negro fino.
Blanco que me dé la
Que me
mano,
dé la mano,
tiene que ser mayumbero como yo.
pero negro que me dé la mano, tiene que ser negro fino. Blanco que me dé la mano, tiene que ser gangulero como yo.
Negro que me dé la
Que me dé
mano,
la mano,
tiene que ser negro fino.
negro fino.
Blanco que me dé la
Que me dé la
mano,
mano,
tiene que ser mayumbero como yo.
tiene que ser, tiene que ser, tiene que ser mayombero como yo.
Tiene que ser, tiene que ser, tiene que ser mayumbero como yo.
Ajá, tiene que ser, tiene que ser, tiene que ser mayombero como yo.
Tiene que ser, tiene que ser, tiene que ser mayumbero como yo.
Negro que me dé la mano, tiene que ser negro fino. Blanco que me dé la mano, tiene que ser mayombero como yo.
Negro que me dé la
Que me dé la
mano,
mano,
tiene que ser negro fino.
negro fino.
Blanco que me dé la
Que me dé la
mano,
mano,
tiene que ser mayumbero como yo.
tiene que ser, tiene que ser, tiene que ser mayombero como yo.
Tiene que ser, tiene que ser, tiene que ser mayumbero como yo.
Tiene que ser, tiene que ser, tiene que ser gangulero como yo.
Tiene que ser, tiene que ser, tiene que ser mayumbero como yo.
África, 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 África nada más, África te estoy llamando.
Africana más,
África te estoy llamando.
africana más,
Yo te llamo y te llamo.
africana más,
Ay, África te estoy llamando.
africana más,
Ay, África, qué linda eres.
africana más,
Ay, yo te llama y te llama.
africana más,
Ay, África, África mía.
africana más,
África, África mía.
africana más,
África te estoy llamando.
africana más,
África, África mía.
africana más,
África mía.
africana más.
Agua que se quema, agua samire candela brava.
Agua que se quema, agua San Miguel Candela brava.
Agua que se quema, agua samire candela brava.
Agua que se quema, agua San Miguel Candela brava.
Agua que se quema, agua samire candela brava.
Agua que se quema,
agua San Miguel Candela Brava.
Agua que se quema, agua San Miguel Candela Brava.
Agua que se quema, agua San Miguel Candela Brava. Y agua San Miguel, agua San Miguel, agua San Miguel Candela Brava. Agua que se quema, agua San Miguel Candela Brava. Y agua que se quema, agua San Miguel Candela Brava. Agua que se quema, agua San Miguel Candela Brava. Y agua San Miguel, agua San Miguel, agua San Miguel Candela Brava. Agua que se quema, agua San Miguel Candela Brava.
Agua va a caer, arriba los seres que están coronando allá arriba.
Agua va a caer,
Arriba los seres que están coronando allá arriba.
agua va a caer,
Arriba los seres que están coronando allá arriba.
agua va a caer,
Arriba los seres que están coronando allá arriba.
agua va a caer,
Arriba los seres que están coronando allá arriba.
agua va a caer,
Arriba los seres que están coronando allá arriba.
agua va a caer,
Arriba los seres que están coronando allá arriba.
agua va a caer.
Ye, maina, maina, ye, maina.
Ye 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 maina,
Maina, ye, maina.
ye 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 maina,
Maina, ye, maina.
ye 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 maina,
Maina, ye, maina.
ye 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 maina,
Maina, ye, maina.
ye 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 maina, maina che maina, che maina, maina che maina, che maina, che maina, che maina, cu maina, maina cu maina, co maina, cuenda maina, co maina, cuenda maina, co maina, arriba todo maina, co maina, cuenda maina, co maina, y maina cuenda maina, co maina, maina cuenda maina, co maina, maina cuenda maina, co maina, maina cuenda maina, co maina,
Maina, cuenta, maina.
maina cuenda,
Cuenta, maina.
maina cuenda,
Cuenta, maina.
Maina,
Cuenta, maina.
maina
Cuenta,
cuenda,
maina.
maina
Cuenta,
cuenda,
maina.
maina cuenda,
Cuenta, maina.
maina cuenda,
Cuenta, maina.
maina cuenda.
Well, that was Luca Brandoli and his group Barangong with Negro Fino. Well, now I got a slight little story to tell you that took me aback yesterday and had me laughing my ass off. A couple of years ago, there was a certain person that was sick. And the person kept on blaming, a spiritual person, he kept on blaming people for doing spiritual work on him. So he got 2 or 3 of his godchildren together and made up a potion and told them how to make the potion, and that it was imperative for them to throw this witchcraft at this person's door. The godchildren got together, made a certain witchcraft, and went and dropped it off at the person's door. Several years later, after the spiritual person had passed away, the conversation at a gathering came up about this person, the person that had passed away. The godchild of the person was having a conversation with this 80-year-old plus man. Getting to know the man and getting to know that the person spoke highly of the spiritual man that just had passed, it weighed heavy on the young practitioner's heart. So after a couple of drinks and, getting to know each other, the young man decided to let his heart out and tell the old practitioner what it was that he had done on the behest of the deceased worker. The old man took it in stride and says, don't worry about it. You know, he was sick. He was always looking for trouble. That was him. I'm fine with it. Look, I'm here. I'm 80 years old. I'm still good. Well, after the drinks had finished, the old man had asked the younger practitioner to give him a ride to his home. The young man says, fine, I'll give you a ride to the home. So he goes to take the man home. He goes, and when he gets by the house that he had thrown the witchcraft in, he sees that, you know, they suddenly pass by it. They ride by the place. When they finally get to the destination where the old worker lives, the young man says, how long have you been living here? He says, shit, mostly all my life. And with a sigh, the young man says, well, the address that he gave me those years back ago was about 4 blocks the other way. So they sit there and they have a good 5-minute laugh. Both being relieved, one, that the young man did not throw the witchcraft at him, and the old man being relieved and knowing that his spirits guided the witchcraft towards another home. The whole thing of this story is to tell you, guys, before you go slinging stuff, before you looking at stuff, make sure you're hitting the right target first. And second, make sure that the work that you're doing is justified. I'll be right back. That was Childish Gambino with Red Bone. Today's Tough Shit Tarot today is trolling. It says your constant contrarianism is a source of physical illness in your body. Try to open your mind to something you have never believed you could accept, and you will experience a positive change in the body. Well, guys, today I'm going to read to you a little bit about a folk saint. Well, lately he has been a folk saint, but he started off as a Catholic saint. And I wanted to share this with you because now you get a lot of more people, especially in hoodoo and in other types of spiritualities, working with this saint. The saint that I want to talk about today is, and I want to tell you a little bit about a story, is Saint Martin of Porres. In Spanish, they call him San Martín de Porres. His feast day is November the 3rd. He is the patron saint of mixed races, barbers, public health workers, and innkeepers. His death was in 1639. He was beatified in 1837 by Pope Gregory the whatever, and canonized in 1962 by Pope John the 23rd. Saint Martin of Porres was born in Lima, Peru on December 9th, 1579. Martin was an illegitimate son of a Spanish gentleman and a freed slave from Panama of African descent. At a young age, Martin's father abandoned him, his mother, and his young sister, leaving Martin to grow up in deep poverty. After spending 2 years in primary school, Martin was placed with a barber and a surgeon, where he would learn to cut hair and the medical arts. As Martin grew older, he experienced a great deal of ridicule for being of mixed race. In Peru, by law, all descendants of African Indians were not allowed to become full members of religious orders. Martin, who had spent long hours in prayer, found only one way into the community he belonged for, was to ask the Dominicans of the Holy Rosary, primary in Lima, to accept him as a volunteer who performed most of the menial tasks in the monastery. In return, he would allow to wear a habit and live within the religious community. When Martin was 16, he asked the admission to the Dominican convent of the Rosary in Lima, and was received as a servant boy, and eventually moved up to church officer in charge of distributing money to the deserving poor. During this time in convent, Martin took on his trades of barbering and healing. He also worked in the kitchen and did laundry and cleaned. After 8 more years with the Holy Rosary, Martin was granted the privilege to take his vows as a member of the Third Order of St. Dominic by the prior John de Lorenza, who decided to disregard the law restricting Martin based on his race. However, not all members in the Holy Rosary were open-minded as Lorenza. Martin was called horrible names and mocked for being illegitimate and descending from slaves. Martin grew to become a Dominican lay brother in 1603 at the age of 24. 10 years later, he had been presented with the religious habit of a lay brother. Martin was assigned to the infirmary, where he would remain in charge until his death. He became known for encompassing the virtues and needs to carefully and patiently care for the sick, in even the most difficult situations. Martin was praised for his unconditional care of all people, regardless of race or wealth. He took care of everyone from the Spanish noble to the African slaves. Martin didn't care if the person was diseased or dirty. He would welcome them into his own home. Martin's life reflected the great love of God and all God's gifts. It was said that he had so many extraordinary abilities, including aerial flights, biolocation, instant cures, miraculous knowledge, spiritual knowledge, and an excellent relationship with animals. Martin also founded an orphanage for abandoned children and slaves, and it is known for raising a dowry for young girls in short amount of time. During an epidemic in Lima, many of the friars at the convent of the Rosary became very ill, locked away in distant sections of the convent. They were kept away from professed. However, on more than one occasion, Martin passed through the locked doors and cared for the sick. However, he became disciplined for not following the rules of the convent, but after replying, "Forgive my error, and please instruct me. For I did not know the precept of obedience took precedence over charity." He was given full liberty to follow his heart in mercy. Martin was great friends with Saint Juan Macias, a fellow Dominican lay brother, and Saint Rose of Lima, and a lay Dominican. In 1963, when he was 60 years old, he became very ill with chills, fevers, tremors, causing him agonizing pain. He would experience almost a full year of his illness until he passed away on November 3rd, 1963. By the time he died, he was widely known and accepted. Talks of his miracles in medicine and caring for the sick were everywhere. After his death, the miracles received when he invoked such greatness that when he was exhumed 25 years later, his body exhaled the splendid fragrance, and he was still intact. Saint Martin was beatified by Pope Gregory on October 29, 1837, and canonized by Pope John on May 6, 1962. He has become the patron saint of people of mixed races, innkeepers, barbers, public health workers, and more. His feast day is November the 3rd. So my reason for giving you this reading is, or reading this for you is, so that you may know a little bit more about these saints that you have on your altars. So that you may know that he was a proud and humble man of African descent. I'll be right back.
I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. It's to the point where I love and I hate you, and I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Oh, easier said than done. I thought you were the one listening to my heart instead of my head. You found another one, but I am the better one. I won't let you forget me. I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. It's to the point where I love and I hate you, and I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Oh, easier said than done. I thought you were the one listening to my heart instead of my head. You found another one, but I am the better one. I won't let you forget me. You left me falling and landing inside my grave. I know that you want me dead. I take prescriptions to make me feel okay. I know it's all in my head. I have these lucid dreams where I can't move a thing, thinking of you in my bed. Now watch it blow in the wind. I should've listened to my friends. Leave this shit in the past, but I wanted to last. You were made out of plastic, fake. I was tangled up in your drastic ways. Who knew evil girls had the prettiest face? You gave me a heart that was full of mistakes. I gave you my heart and you made heartbreak. You made my heart break. You made my heart ache. You made my heart break. You made my heart ache. You made my heart break. You made my heart ache. You made my heart break again. I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. It's to the point where I love and I hate you, and I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Oh, easier said than done. I thought you were the one listening to my heart instead of my head. You found another one, but I am the better one. I won't let you forget me. I still see your shadows in my room. Can't take back the love that I gave you. It's to the point where I love and I hate you, and I cannot change you, so I must replace you. Oh, easier said than done. I thought you were the one listening to my heart instead of my head. You found another one, but I am the better one. I won't let you forget me.
That was Lucid Dreams from Juice's World. That is a damn depressive song. I like the beat. He's going off on it, but goodness gracious, dude, you are depressing. Of course, it's come time where I'm going to talk about the Mile High Conjure Gala in beautiful Denver, Colorado. Guys, on the 29th and 30th of September, of course it is St. Michael's Feast Day and St. Raphael, or Raphael also. So guys, if you're in or around Denver, Colorado on September 29th and 30th, do yourself a favor, go on over to the Mile High Conjure Gala, where we are going to be giving classes, we are going to be giving lectures, we are going to be giving a panel discussion on woodwork, magic, spirituality, and all those things of that sort. With me will be Ifa Abeyu, Professor Charles Porterfield, Professor Ames, Michelle Jackson, Amberzine Laguerre, Rains Conjure, and the list goes on and on. Doc Beverly, Miss Aida. Most of these people are written authors, and the ones that are not, man, are just on the verge of doing these things. Do yourself a favor, do myself a favor. Go over to the milehighconjuregala.com. Get yourself your tickets now. There are still tickets being sold right now as we speak. Do you want to vend there? Well, guess what? Go over to the milehighconjuregala.com and you'll be able to be a vendor. For one day it's $100, and for 2 days it is $175. But let me tell you something. I was a vendor there last year, and I made a lot of damn money. Okay? So you can too. So do yourself a favor, go over there and check that out. Check out our list of people that are going to be there. Check out the classes that are going to be given there. Michelle Jackson is going to be giving a class on bone throwing and bone casting. Professor Porterfield is giving a class on Well, anyway, Professor Porterfield is going to be giving a class on the sporting life. There we go. Miss Aida is going to be giving one on doll babies and candle working. Professor Ames is going to be giving one on I believe it's making mojo bags. But of course, I'm going to be giving a class there, and I'm also going to be a host there. Okay, so my class is going to be on pinwheel magic. Okay, you're going to receive a pinwheel. I'm going to show you how to dress it, what the things you're going to have to say on it. I'm going to say a little bit of history behind it. Guys, you guys are going to have fun there. You're going to learn there. You're going to be educated there. And most of all, after all of it is over, we have a big gala and a ball where everybody gets to unwind, have a good time, dance, eat, and do all these things. Guys, check out the Mile High Conjure Gala. You guys are going to love this thing. We had it last year. It was great. We had a very good time. Everyone loved it. Believe you me, you will enjoy it. You will have a fun time there. And you'll get to meet all of us. Real, authentic workers. Real, authentic workers. I'm not talking about a worker that's been doing it for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I'm talking about people that have had a lifetime of doing spiritual work. You can't beat that. You can't beat it. Okay? With all these people jumping around lately saying that they are conjure workers or they're spiritual workers, people that are walking around with maybe 1 or 2 days of working experience. I'm talking about people that have been doing this for years. People that are trusted in their communities, people that are trusted in the communities, people that have been writing books, people haven't written books. Man, you can't get no better than that. So check out the Mile High Conjure Gala at themilehighconjuregala.com. Well, you know what? It's time for you to take action. I'll be right back.
She want a lover, man. She want a lover, man. She want a lover, man. She want a lover, man.
Woman want good love. Now sympathize. Woman want good love every night. Right now.
I'll get up there and dance now. Come on now. It's 12 o'clock somewhere. You should be at lunch. I'm enjoying some dumplings and chicken right now.
Stop playing with my mind.
I know you thought you was dancing. There goes O'Keefe Sweat. And Giselle was also dancing. Get on down, girl. There goes Mr. Obatala dressed in white.
Tender satisfaction. My chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a chain reaction?
R.K. Gomez, stop holding up that wall and start dancing. Three Coals Conjure. Raven's Alley.
Bedroom bully, she no want that, you know. She want a man to caress her up like so. And I make love to woman like a war them a go. Woman a ball in a
Miss Nicole just came in doing the double step. Oh!
Sweet loving in the falling rain. Sweet loving a mix of hard brain.
Action.
At a bag of mouth.
Sweet.
Loving the girl them broke out.
Action.
At a bag of mouth.
Sweet.
Loving the girl them broke out.
You think you understand?
I see the people in Conjure New Orleans dancing.
Sweet talks and tender kiss.
No, I don't want to come here from Brazil.
Can you erase my face?
Yvette the Motown Witch, don't dance too much, baby. I don't want you to get hurt again, baby.
Action. Sweet.
Throw it back like you just don't care, girl.
Tender satisfaction. My chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a chain reaction? I need some action. Tender satisfaction. My chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a chain reaction?
I see Miss Beverly Smith get down, followed by Michelle Jackson, Professor Porterfield, Miss Aida, Professor Ames, bringing up the back of the line, and Regina Gare, Rings Conjure, and all the lovely people at the Mile High Conjure Gala. Ooh.
I need some action, tender satisfaction. My chemistry is
My name is Candelo Kimbisa. I am the ringleader.
I need some action, tender
And this is 12 o'clock somewhere.
My chemistry is flowing. Can you cause a chain reaction?
She want a lover, man. She want a lover, man. She want a lover, man. She want a lover, man.
That was Action featuring Nadine Sutherland and Terror Fabulous, for those of you who do not go back that far. Well, guys, I also want to tell you that on October the 13th and 14th, I will be at the Conjure Shop in Omaha, Nebraska, visiting my good friend Lizzie McDermott. So hopefully you can check us out there. I want to send a quick shout out to Ifa Abeyu in Love Supply Botanica, Keith Swift in Ravens Alley. I also want to send a quick shout out to our friends in Conjure, New Orleans, and of course our good friends at the good friends at kimbisa.org, and all the wonderful places that I just mentioned, guys, are places where you guys can get your stuff. At the MotownWitch.com, of course, and our good friend Sophia Presidents. Remember that one hand washes the other, and both wash the face. I want everyone to go ahead and support one another, support each and every one's business. Remember, guys, remember. One hand washes the other, both wash the face. If we don't support each other, no one else will. As always, may all the shadows and egg wounds that accompany you have all the necessary light. From where I sit, that's it. Salam alaikum, everyone.
Shoot you down without warning when they see you shining bright. In case we don't meet the morning, the crown's on my head tonight. Let them come for me if they want to. Let my children know what that's about. Let them come for me if they want to. They gon' make them helicopters come out. None of them go high. None of them go high. Oh, they gon' make them helicopters come out.
Helicopters wanna chop us. Helicopters wanna chop us. Helicopters wanna chop us. Helicopters.
They gon' make them helicopters come out. I fuck around, don't play no game. I'm a lion king, oh, we my way. I got one eye open while I pray. Okay. If they come for me, it's boom, hey. Chief gon' talk that shit like, yeah. Walking up in that bitch like, yeah. Niggas gon' get lit like, yeah. But the cheat don't run. I'll be here when you come out. They'll shoot you down without warning when they see you shining bright. In case we don't meet the morning, the crown's on my head tonight. Let them come for me if they want to. Let my children know what that's about. Let them come for me if they want to. They gon' make them helicopters come out.
Helicopters wanna chop us. Helicopters wanna chop us.
And I tell them boys don't run away. When the ghetto bird come round my way, I done seen them kill them in broad day. If I die today's my holiday. Chick gon' talk that shit like yeah, yeah. Walking up in that bitch like yeah, yeah. Niggas gon' get lit like yeah, yeah. But a cheat don't run. I'll be here when you come out. They'll shoot you down without warning when they see you shining bright. In case we don't meet the morning, the crown's on my head tonight. Let them come for me if they want to. Let my children know what that's about. Let them come for me if they want to. We gon' make them helicopters come out.
Helicopters wanna chop us. Helicopters wanna chop us. Helicopters wanna chop us. Helicopters.
We gon' make them helicopters come out.
It's 12 o'clock somewhere was brought to you by Love Supply Botanica, the Mile High Conjure Gala, ProfessorPorterfield.com, and kimbisa.org.